Hello everyone and welcome back to another Stormworks update video. In this video, we're covering the updates as of today, which is 0.8.32. As always, we'll go over the new features and changes we made and finally we'll test them out here in the world of Stormworks. Now, if you're enjoying this videos, comment below and let me know what else you'd like to see in my future videos. While you're there, don't forget that like and subscribe button and really click the little bell icon to notify my upcoming content as soon as it gets posted. So all said, let's get straight into it and get started with this week's update. So to get started with this week's update, the devs have gone and added a whole bunch of new components and a new feature here in game. That is going to be the capability of using audio now. Yes, that's right. We now have audio, same like we usually have composite, and we have video. We also now have an audio node. Now with that, we obviously needed some new components and there were some modifications to existing components. Now the first thing we have is going to be the microphone. This will allow us to obviously capture the voice or noises around it. As you can see, a microphone transmitting voice data pretty much picks up the obviously nearby players. Along with that, it has a range of 15, a couple inputs and outputs. We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. Along with that, we also have 3 new speakers. Now we have the small speaker, so this is like a little stereo speaker. Once again, quite small, has a few nodes on it. This will obviously transmit that audio. We then have 2 other ones. We have the microphone, which is a large and a small version of that, 300, and we also have 1000. So that's the basics of it so far. So we have the microphone and the 3 speakers. Now the great thing about that is we can obviously go and transmit it between different creations and different players using the radio components. Now we had the antennas before, however the 4 antennas we have here have been modified. You will see they all now have the audio receiver. Okay, so that's going to be the actual channel that will be sending out audio and receiving audio in. Now, one other change with the radios themselves is that the radios now have got only one frequency. They can only have, for example, let's say frequency 2. Okay, that is the frequency that it'll be sending out and in with, so that we no longer have 2 nodes, we only have 1 for that. Now with that in mind, we also have an option to either transmit or to receive. That is going to be used by using the transmit node over here. That will just be a simple on and off. Now with the frequency itself, you can, if you need 2 different types of frequencies or 2 different numbers, you could obviously use a switch box. So you could say, well, we have frequency 1, frequency 2, and depending on the transmit mode, that will obviously go and switch between those 2 different frequencies. So that's one way of getting around it. I've heard about a couple different ways already, and that's just one simple way of doing it. Now, along with all this, of course, we also have changes to microcontrollers. Because we have this new node, you will see now that we can now also add the audio onto our nodes. Now at the moment there is no actual logic for this. The only part that we have or block we have is going to be the switch box. This is the only one that allows us to switch different audio signals, whether for example it's our own voice we want to hear or maybe incoming audio signal that we want to hear. That allows us to go and switch it between those 2. Now from there, I've actually gone and got a couple of examples here. So we got all the new actual pieces here. You can see we have the new microphone, quite nice, pretty straightforward. We have the new speaker. Along with that is you can actually click on the microphone to make it default by active. Otherwise it takes 1 node to turn on and off. Along with that, we have the speaker and the 2 microphones. You can see the small one, and we also have the large one here. So that's probably going to be used on ships, whereas this will be used on vehicles, I'm guessing. We then have the radios, obviously. Antennas, they look the same, they haven't changed, they just have the new nodes on them. Now along with that, I have 2 little radios here that we've gone and created. We have the microphone, we have the speaker, we also have a frequency dial, we have just a push button to activate the microphone and also to activate the transmit on the antenna itself. And then what we've done, we've connected the node. There's a node here to say if there's voice coming out of the speaker to a light bulb. So you can see here, if I go and hold down this, the light will come on there because it's receiving data and then it's coming a voice out there. Now to actually speak, we obviously use the key binding. Now the key binding is obviously, I think it's apostrophe. So I'm going to hold that down and you'll hear my voice come out. Hello everyone. So you can hear my voice coming out now on the other radio with the speaker there. And if we were to go across and use the same thing there, you can see my frequency is 0. As soon as I click there, our frequency has popped over to 1 there, and I can talk again. Hello everyone. And you can see now we have audio coming out of this radio. So pretty cool how these work. I'll get a tutorial out on the exact how to get them set up and how to use them properly. There has been a couple other small little fixes and changes. So that's it for this week's update. If you want to see a full list of the changes and fixes, make sure to go check out the announcement in the official Stormworks Discord server. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it somewhat entertaining and informative as always. And we'll see you in the next one.